Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show my age by telling you that my favorite standard is actually the first one that I worked on when I arrived at ETSI, all the way back in 1992. Wow, it's gone so fast. At the time, I knew absolutely nothing about standardization. Like most people, I took everything around me, even the latest tech, completely for granted. One of the first standards I worked on was ETS 300,001. Here it is. It dealt with equipment connected to the public switched telephone network, the PSTN. You know, the good old fixed line telephones. Now, if you weren't around in those days, you may not realize how fragmented Europe was when it came to telephony. Each country had its own specifications. The technical specs were different. Even the plugs were different. You couldn't just take your phone from France and plug it in Germany, Spain, or the UK. It wouldn't work. Not because the technology itself was wildly different, but because there were no common requirements. This was a nightmare for users. No portability, can you imagine? And for manufacturers, it meant redesigning products for every single national market. That meant higher costs, slower innovation, and a lot of frustration. ETS 300,001 aimed to change that. It was one of the earliest standards published by ETSI in August 1992, over 100 pages long. It was about harmonizing the technical rules so that equipment could work across borders. It brought the manufacturers and network operators together, really emphasizing the co-creation process of standardization, making it easier for them to do business and communicate across Europe. And it was part of a bigger vision, creating a truly integrated single market. And in a small but quite real way, helping to make the idea of a unified Europe a reality. For me, ETS 300,001 was more than just a technical document. It proved that standardization isn't about red tape. It's about making life easier, more efficient, and, as we've seen, more connected. Of course, now this standard's withdrawn. The analog PSTN networks have mostly disappeared or are disappearing, replaced by digital and IP-based systems. But the impact it had stays with me. It's what first sparked my passion for ETSI and for standardization. Along the way, I've made so many friends and met so many inspiring people. It's been an absolutely perfect career. One I'd recommend to any young professional wondering where to put their energy. Thanks to ETS 300,001, I found my path, and I'm still on it today. And the principles behind it are just as relevant now, whether we're talking about phones, smart cities, cybersecurity, wow, quantum technology or AI, all these new areas of activity that ETSI is working on. So ETS 300,000 may have been withdrawn, but it's still my favorite. It's a bit like your first car. It's not perfect. It's definitely a little outdated, but it's really unforgettable. And for me, it's proof that once you catch a standardization bug, there's absolutely no cure. Thank you.